Stay with me, because today I will show you step by step how memory really works and how you can use it to learn faster, speak better, and never feel lost again. Chapter 1. Why we forget. Do you ever feel upset when you forget an English word? Maybe you studied it yesterday, and today it is gone. You open your mouth to speak, and the word hides from you. In that moment, you feel weak. You think something is wrong with your brain. But my friend, nothing is wrong with you. Forgetting is normal. Forgetting is human. And the truth is, forgetting is not your enemy. It is your teacher. When we forget, our brain is actually trying to help us. Imagine your brain like a big library. Every day, thousands of new books come inside. If all books stayed on the front desk, the place would be a mess. So your brain has a system. It puts away the books you don't use. It keeps the ones you open again and again. That is why you forget words you don't practice. They are not lost. They are just placed in the back room, waiting for you to visit them again. This is the secret. Forgetting is the first step to remembering better. Think of a muscle. If you want strong arms, you must lift weights. At first, it feels hard. Your muscles get tired, but each time they grow stronger. Memory is the same. When you forget a word and then try to remember it again, your brain is lifting a weight. It feels difficult, but each time it grows stronger. Forgetting is not the end. Forgetting is the beginning of real memory. Now I want you to remember a small story. Imagine a little boy learning to ride a bicycle. On the first day, he falls. On the second day, he falls again. Does he say, "I will never ride this bike"? Number. He knows falling is part of learning. One day, after many falls, he rides without fear. This is how memory works. Each time you forget, you are falling from the bike. Each time you try again, you are closer to riding freely. So the next time you forget a word, don't feel sad. Smile. Say to yourself, "This is my chance to make my memory stronger." When you forget and then remember again, that word sticks deeper inside you. It is like writing with a pen instead of a pencil. At first, it is light like a pencil mark, but after forgetting and recalling, it becomes permanent like ink. Many people give up because they think forgetting means failure. But the truth is, the best learners are not the ones who never forget. The best learners are the ones who keep coming back. They look at the word again, they practice again, they speak again, and slowly, their memory becomes powerful. I want you to feel hope right now. I want you to know that your brain is not broken. Your brain is a miracle. It is built to remember if you give it the chance. Forgetting is just part of the design. Like the night before the day, forgetting comes before remembering. Without night, the sunrise has no meaning. Without forgetting, memory has no strength. From this moment, I want you to see forgetting as your friend. When you forget, it means your brain is asking, "Do you want this to stay with me?" And your answer is simple. Yes, I do. You answer by looking again, speaking again, writing again. And each time, your memory grows. So don't be afraid of forgetting. Be excited. Because every time you forget, you are training your mind to rise higher. You are building a memory that will not only help you learn English, but also remember the lessons of life. Chapter 2. The magic of attention. Have you ever tried to learn something while your mind was busy somewhere else? Maybe you were reading an English word, but your eyes moved while your thoughts were far away. You saw the letters, but you did not feel them. Later, when you tried to recall, the word was gone. It is not because your brain is weak. It is because attention was missing. Memory begins with attention. Without attention, nothing stays. Your brain is like a camera. If the camera lens is not focused, the picture will be blurry. No matter how beautiful the view, if the lens is not sharp, you cannot keep the image. The same is true with your memory. If your attention is not sharp, your brain cannot capture the moment. That is why so many students read for hours, but remember very little. Their eyes are on the page, but their heart and mind are not. Think about the last time you learned a new English word. Did you give it your full attention? Or were you half thinking about your phone, your messages, or your work? If your mind was divided, the word slipped away. But when you give your full attention, even 1 minute is powerful. The brain says, "This is important. I must keep it." Attention is like shining a light. Imagine a dark room filled with many objects. You cannot see anything clearly. But if you point a flashlight at one object, suddenly it becomes bright. Your brain works in the same way. Out of all the noise and information around you, attention chooses one thing and makes it bright. That bright thing enters memory. So how do you give attention to what you want to remember? The secret is simple. Be present. When you are learning, let your whole self be there. Not half, not distracted, but fully alive in that moment. If you are learning the word flower, stop and see the picture of a flower in your mind. Say the word slowly. Feel it in your mouth. Smile as you say it. For those few seconds, nothing else exists. That is the magic of attention. Let me tell you a story. There was a student who struggled with English for many years. He spent hours reading, but nothing stayed. Then one day, his teacher told him, "Give 1 minute of pure attention to one word." He laughed. 1 minute sounded too small, but he tried. He looked at the word river. He imagined water flowing. He heard the sound of waves. He spoke the word softly. He wrote it on paper. That 1 minute of full attention changed everything. The next day, the word was still there. It stayed inside him like a picture he could not erase. This is what you can do too. You do not need many hours. You need a few minutes of deep attention. Close the door. Put away the phone. Take one word or one sentence. Live with it fully. Your brain will thank you. It will hold that word like treasure. Attention is also respect. When you give attention, you are telling yourself, "This matters," and your brain listens. If you treat English words like gold, your mind will protect them like gold. But if you treat them like dust, they will fly away. So from today, make a promise to yourself. Give your attention to the things you want to remember. Do not learn with half a heart. Learn with your whole heart. Because attention is the gate, and behind that gate is memory. The truth is, memory is not only about intelligence. It is about love. When you love something, you give it attention. And when you give attention, you never forget it. This is the secret. This is the magic of attention. Chapter 3. Turn words into pictures. Have you ever wondered why you can remember a movie scene for years, but forget an English word after one day? The answer is simple. Your brain loves pictures more than plain words. Pictures stay. They have color. They have life. But words on paper look empty. If you want to remember everything, you must learn to turn words into pictures. When you hear the word apple, your brain does not see the letters A-P-P-L-E. It sees the red fruit, round and shiny. It sees the green leaf on top. Maybe it even feels the taste, sweet and fresh. That picture is what makes the word stay. This is why children learn so fast. They do not just repeat words. They see them, they touch them, they play with them, and the memory becomes strong. You can do the same. The next time you learn a new English word, stop for a moment. Close your eyes. Make a picture in your mind. If the word is river, see the water flowing. Imagine the sound of waves. Feel the cool air near the water. If the word is book, see the cover, the pages, and imagine yourself reading it. The picture makes the word alive, and once it is alive, your memory will keep it. Let me tell you a story. There was a young girl who wanted to remember English words, but she always forgot them. One day her teacher said, "Do not just repeat the word. Imagine it. Paint a picture in your mind." So when she learned the word sun, she closed her eyes and saw the sky turning bright. She felt the heat on her face. She smiled. And guess what? She never forgot that word again. That was the day she learned the secret of pictures. Your brain is like an artist. If you give it a word, it can paint it. If you give it a sentence, it can create a whole story. This is not difficult. It is natural. Every person has imagination. You use it every day when you dream, when you remember your past, when you hope for your future. Use that same imagination to connect with English. Now I want you to try. Take one word. Maybe chair. Do not only see it as letters. Imagine yourself sitting on it. Feel the wood or the soft cushion. Hear the sound when you pull it on the floor. The moment you do this, the word is no longer just a word. It becomes an experience. Experiences are never forgotten. This is the magic of turning words into pictures. You can also draw them. Take a notebook and make small drawings next to the words. They do not need to be perfect. Even a simple sketch will tell your brain, this is real. And real things are remembered. So why does this method work so well? Because your brain is not made to remember numbers and letters. It is made to remember stories, faces, colors, and images. If you connect words to images, you are working with your brain, not against it. From today, make a decision. Do not just read words. See them. Feel them. Imagine them. Play with them. The more alive they are in your mind, the more they will stay with you. And soon you will discover that your memory is not weak at all. It only needed pictures to shine. So remember this simple truth. If you want to keep words forever, turn them into pictures. Because pictures never leave the heart, and your memory loves them more than anything else. Chapter 4. Repetition is power. Have you ever heard a song only once and then forgot it the next day? But when you hear it again and again, suddenly the words stay inside your head and you cannot stop singing it. That is the secret of repetition. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is power. It is the bridge between forgetting and remembering forever. Your brain loves patterns. When it sees something only once, it does not know if it is important. It thinks, maybe this is not needed, so it lets it go. But when your brain sees the same thing many times, it begins to understand. It says, wait, this must be important. I will keep it safe. That is why one word spoken once is forgotten, but one word spoken 10 times becomes yours forever. Think of a path in a garden. If you walk there only once, the grass grows back and covers your steps. But if you walk there again and again, the path becomes clear. Soon everyone can see the way. Memory is like that. Every time you repeat, you are walking on the path again. Each step makes the memory stronger. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a man who wanted to learn 100 English sentences. At first, he felt afraid. 100 sounded too big, but he used repetition. Each day he chose only 5 sentences. He spoke them 10 times each. He wrote them. He listened to them. He repeated until his brain could not forget them. After 1 month, he looked back. He had not just learned 100 sentences. He had built a new part of himself. Repetition gave him confidence. Repetition gave him power. This is what you can do too. Do not try to remember too much at once. Take one word, one sentence, and give it attention again and again. Say it when you wake up. Say it while you walk. Say it before you sleep. The more you repeat, the deeper it goes. It is like water carving stone. Slowly, silently, but with great power, it changes everything. Some people think repetition is boring, but it is not boring if you add life to it. Speak with energy. Smile when you say the word. Use your hands. Imagine you are teaching someone. Each time you repeat, you are not only training your memory, you are training your confidence. Repetition is also a test of patience. In the beginning, you may feel nothing. You repeat and repeat, but the word still feels weak. Do not give up. The result comes slowly and suddenly. One day, when you least expect it, the word will come out of your mouth easily. You will feel free. That moment is the gift of repetition. So from today, remember this truth. One time is never enough. Great memory is built with many small steps. Repeat until your brain has no choice but to remember. Repeat until the word becomes part of you. Repeat until forgetting becomes impossible. Repetition is not just practice, it is the road to mastery. Every strong speaker, every strong learner, every strong achiever has used it, and now it is your turn. Take one word right now and say it 5 times with me. Feel the power in your voice. Feel the word becoming yours. This is repetition. This is power. Chapter 5. The Daily Review Trick. Have you ever studied something in the morning and felt that it disappeared by night? You think your brain is weak, but it is not weak. It only needs review. Review is like water for a plant. Without water, the plant becomes dry. Without review, your memory becomes dry. But with daily review, your memory grows strong and green. The truth is simple. If you only learn once, your brain treats it as a guest. Guests visit and then leave. But if you see the same thing again and again, your brain treats it as family. Family stays. This is why review is so powerful. It tells your brain, keep this. Do not throw it away. This is important. There is a small trick that can change everything. It is called daily review. You do not need hours. You only need minutes. After you learn something today, review it again tonight. Then review it tomorrow. Then review it after 3 days. Then again after a week. Each review is like adding another lock on the door of your memory. The word cannot escape anymore. It is safe inside you. Let me tell you a story. There was a boy who wanted to learn English words, but he always forgot them. His teacher told him, do not learn new words every day. Review the old ones first, so he made a rule. In the morning, he learned 5 new words. At night, he reviewed them again. The next day, before learning anything new, he reviewed the old 5. Slowly, his memory became like a strong wall. Nothing could break it. He discovered that review was not boring. It was his secret power. Daily review is also a message to yourself. It says, I care about my learning. I will not waste it. Many students feel excited in the beginning, but after one day, they forget to look back. They keep running forward, but their bag is empty because they dropped everything behind. Do not be like that. Carry your words with you. Review them. Protect them. Make them part of you. I want you to imagine this. Every review is like putting another layer of paint on a wall. One layer may look light and weak, but after many layers, the color is deep and strong. That is what review does for your memory. It makes your learning shine. So, what can you do today? Choose one sentence. Tonight, before you sleep, look at it again. Say it out loud. Tomorrow, say it again. Next week, say it again. It will not leave you. It will follow you everywhere. That is the power of daily review. The best part is, review takes very little time. You can do it while drinking tea. You can do it while walking. You can even do it in your mind before sleeping. It is small, but it is magic. From today, promise yourself this. Never let a word die after one day. Give it life by reviewing it. A small review daily is better than hours of new study without memory. Review is not going back. Review is moving forward with strength. So remember this. What you review daily, you will never lose. This is the daily review trick. It is simple, powerful, and life-changing. Chapter 6. Emotions lock memories. Have you noticed how easily you remember moments that made you happy or sad? You may forget many days of your life, but you never forget the day you laughed until your stomach hurt. You never forget the day you cried deeply. You never forget the day you felt love, fear, or excitement. Why? Because emotions are the locks that keep memories safe inside your heart. Your brain does not treat all information the same. Some things come and go. But when something is tied with emotion, your brain says, this is important. Keep it forever. That is why you remember the face of your first teacher. That is why you remember a funny joke from years ago. The emotion made the memory strong. Now think about English words. If you only repeat them without feeling, they stay weak. They are like dry leaves. A small wind will take them away. But if you add emotion, they become heavy like stones. No wind can move them. That is the secret. If you want to remember, you must feel what you learn. Let me tell you a story. A young girl was learning English. She always forgot the word smile. Then one day, her friend told her a joke, and they laughed together. Her friend looked at her and said, "Smile." In that moment, she felt joy, love, and light. That word became alive. From that day, she never forgot it. The emotion locked it inside her memory. You can do this too. Do not just learn words like a robot. Connect them with your life. If the word is happy, think of the happiest day in your life. Feel the joy again. If the word is angry, remember a time when you were angry. Feel the fire in your chest. Say the word with that emotion. The feeling makes the word unforgettable. Emotions are powerful because they create energy. When you laugh, when you cry, when you feel, your whole body is awake. Your heart beats faster. Your mind becomes alert. That energy burns the memory into your brain. Without emotion, learning feels heavy. With emotion, learning feels alive. This is why children learn so quickly. They do not study with fear. They learn with curiosity, play, and joy. Every new word is an adventure. Every sound is exciting. They feel it, and that feeling makes it stay. You can learn like that again. You can bring back the child inside you. So the next time you learn an English word, do not just say it. Act it, feel it, live it. If the word is run, stand up and run for a second. If the word is cold, hold your arms like you are freezing. If the word is love, smile and think of someone you care about. These small emotions turn learning into memory. Remember this truth. Knowledge that touches your mind can be forgotten, but knowledge that touches your heart will stay forever. If you want to remember everything, you must not only use your brain, you must use your heart. So from today, let every word carry a feeling. Let every sentence be alive with emotion. When you learn with emotion, your memory becomes unbreakable. And you will discover that learning English is not only about language, it is about life. Chapter 7. Speak it out loud. There is a secret about memory that many people do not know. Reading alone is not enough. Writing alone is not enough. If you want to remember something forever, you must speak it out loud. Speaking is not only for communication. Speaking is for memory. When you say a word, you make it real. You give it life with your voice. Think about a song you love. Why do you remember the lyrics so well? Because you do not only read them, you sing them, you speak them. Your voice repeats them again and again until they become part of you. The same happens with English words. If you only see them on paper, they may disappear. But when you speak them, they stay. Your voice is powerful. It is like a hammer that pushes words deep into your brain. Every time you speak, you are carving the memory deeper and deeper. Silence keeps words weak. Speaking makes words strong. That is why I want you to make a new rule for yourself. Never learn a word in silence. Always speak it. Always hear it in your own voice. Let me share a story. A young man wanted to learn English fast, but he was shy. He read books and watched videos, but he never spoke. He thought speaking was only for later, when he was perfect, but he kept forgetting. Then one day, he tried speaking out loud. At first, his voice was small and broken, but as he spoke more, something amazing happened. He started to remember words easily. Speaking out loud locked the words in his memory. It was the turning point in his journey. Speaking also creates emotion. When you say something with your own voice, you feel it. If you say, "I am strong," your heart believes it. If you say, "I can learn," your mind accepts it. Your voice becomes a message to yourself. It is not just practice, it is power. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Speak even if your pronunciation is not perfect. Speak even if you feel nervous. Your memory does not care about perfection. Your memory cares about practice. And practice is speaking out loud. You do not need anyone else to do this. You can practice alone. Speak to the mirror. Speak to your room. Speak to the air. Every time you say a word, your brain hears it twice. Once through your mouth and once through your ears. This double power makes the memory stronger than ever. So the next time you learn a new word, do not just write it. Do not just read it. Stand up and say it. Say it with energy. Say it with confidence. Say it many times until your brain cannot forget it. Remember this truth. Words written in silence may fade, but words spoken out loud will stay. Your voice is your greatest tool for memory. Use it. Celebrate it. Speak, and you will remember. Chapter 8. Connect new with old. Have you ever tried to learn a new word and felt that it just slipped away like sand from your hand? The reason is simple. Your brain does not like to keep lonely words. A word that stands alone is weak, but a word that is connected to something you already know becomes strong. Memory grows when new knowledge connects with old knowledge. Think about it like building a house. You cannot put a roof in the sky. You need strong walls to hold it. In the same way, new words need old words to support them. When you connect new with old, the memory becomes stable. It has a foundation. It has strength. Let me give you an example. Imagine you learn the word bookstore. If you only repeat it, you may forget it tomorrow. But if you connect it with the word book, which you already know, it becomes clear. You tell your brain, bookstore is a place where books live. Now the word is no longer alone. It has a family. And your memory will keep it safe. This method is very powerful because your brain loves stories. A single word is like one star in the sky. Beautiful, but lonely. But when you connect stars, they make a picture, a constellation. Then you never forget it. Do the same with words. Connect them into stories. If you learn the word river, connect it with water, boat, and fish. Suddenly, you see a whole picture. You will never forget it. Let me tell you a story. A student once struggled to remember new English words. He memorized lists, but the words disappeared. His teacher told him, "Stop learning words like stones. Connect them like chains." So he tried. When he learned the word kitchen, he connected it to food, cooking, and family. He even imagined his mother making dinner. Suddenly, the word stayed. From that day, he never studied words alone. He always made connections. His memory became strong. You can do this with anything. If you learn the word teacher, connect it to school, student, and lesson. If you learn the word friend, connect it to smile, help, and talk. Each connection is like another rope that ties the word to your brain. The more ropes, the harder it is to forget. This technique also works with sentences. If you already know "I eat an apple" and you learn "I eat a banana," your brain says, "Oh, this is the same pattern." You are not starting from zero. You are building on what you already know. That is how children learn so fast. They keep adding small pieces to what they already understand. So the next time you face a new word, do not let it stand alone. Give it a home. Connect it with something old. Imagine it in a story. Link it to an emotion. Tie it to your daily life. Then watch how your memory holds it tight. Remember this truth. Nothing in life is remembered alone. We remember people because of the moments we shared with them. We remember days because of the feelings we had. We remember words because of the connections we make. Connect new with old, and your memory will never let go. Chapter 9. Right to remember. There is a power in your hand that many people forget. It is not your phone. It is not your computer. It is a simple pen. When you write something, your memory wakes up. Writing is not just putting words on paper. Writing is telling your brain, this is important. Keep this safe. If you want to remember everything, then write. Think about the times you wrote in school. Do you notice how the lessons you wrote stayed longer in your memory? Reading is good. Speaking is good. But writing makes memory 3 times stronger. When you write, your eyes see the word, your hand feels the word, and your mind focuses on it. All your senses work together. That is why writing is magic for memory. Let me tell you a story. A young woman wanted to learn English, but she always forgot new words. She tried reading them. She tried speaking them. But they disappeared after a few days. One day, she decided to write them in a small notebook. Every night, she wrote 10 words and 1 simple sentence with each. Slowly, her memory changed. After 1 month, she opened her notebook and read again. The words came back quickly. Writing had made them part of her. Your notebook can become your best friend. It does not need to be big. Even 1 small diary is enough. Write the words you learn. Write the sentences you practice. Write your own short stories in English. The act of writing gives life to your learning, and each page becomes a record of your progress. Writing is also emotional. When you write your own thoughts in English, they become personal. They are not just words from a book. They are your words. And because they are yours, your brain never forgets them. Imagine writing, "Today I feel happy." That 1 sentence is small, but it connects to your heart. Your memory will hold it. You do not need to write for hours. Even 5 minutes of writing daily can change your memory. Write while drinking tea. Write before sleeping. Write when you wake up. Each small line is a seed. Over time, these seeds grow into a garden of memory. Some people say, "I am too busy to write." But writing does not take time. Writing saves time. Without writing, you forget and must learn again. With writing, you remember and move forward. Writing is an investment. A few minutes today save many hours tomorrow. So take this advice today. Pick up a pen. Write down one new word. Write one new sentence. Do not keep it only in your head. Put it on paper, because paper remembers when your brain tries to forget. And when you return to your notebook, you will find your old memories waiting for you like friends. Remember this truth. The strongest memory is not built by chance. It is built by action. Writing is that action. It is simple. It is powerful. It is for everyone. So write, and you will remember. Chapter 10. Teach someone else. There is one secret of memory that many learners do not use. The secret is teaching. When you teach someone else, your memory becomes strong. It is not because the other person learns. It is because you learn more deeply. Teaching is like looking into a mirror. It shows you what you know and what you do not know. Think about this. When you try to explain a word, you must understand it clearly. You cannot just repeat it. You must feel it. You must give examples. You must answer questions. This forces your brain to work harder. And when your brain works harder, the memory becomes deeper. Let me share a story. There was a man who was shy and afraid to speak English. He studied for years, but he forgot words quickly. Then one day, his little brother asked him, "What does this word mean?" The man explained. He gave a simple example. His brother smiled and understood. That moment changed him. He realized that teaching was the best way to remember. From that day, he started teaching his friends, his family, even himself in the mirror. And his memory became strong like never before. Teaching does not need a classroom. You do not need to be a professor. You can teach your friend one new word. You can explain a sentence to your child. You can even teach yourself by saying, "This word means this." Let me show you. When you do this, you are not only helping others, you are helping yourself. Teaching also gives you confidence. When you share knowledge, you feel proud. You feel capable. You feel alive. That emotion locks the memory inside. You will never forget what you once explained with your own mouth. So here is what I want you to do. The next time you learn a new word, do not keep it silent. Share it. Teach it to someone near you. If no one is there, speak it to your mirror. Pretend you are the teacher and your reflection is the student. Explain the word. Give an example. Ask yourself a question and then answer it. You will be surprised how powerful this feels. Children do this all the time. They learn something in school and then they run home and tell their parents. By teaching, they remember better. You can do the same. Be like a child who is excited to share. That excitement will give energy to your memory. Remember, teaching is not about being perfect. You may make mistakes. You may not know everything. That is fine. Mistakes are also teachers. Every time you try to explain, you grow. Every time you share, your brain works harder and keeps the knowledge longer. So from today, make a promise. Do not only learn for yourself. Teach what you learn. Share it with the world. Because the moment you teach, you remember. And when you remember, you grow stronger. Teaching is not the end of learning. Teaching is the highest form of learning. Use it, and your memory will become unshakable. Chapter 11. Build a memory routine. Success in memory is not about learning once in a while. Success comes from a routine. A routine is a small plan you follow every day. It is like brushing your teeth. You do not brush only when you feel like it. You brush every day. That is why your teeth stay clean. Memory is the same. If you want it strong, you must build a routine. Without a routine, your memory is like a seed thrown in the sand. Maybe it grows, maybe it dies. But with a routine, your memory is like a seed planted in rich soil. It gets water, it gets light, it grows into a strong tree. Routine gives your brain that soil, that water, that light. Let me share a story. There was a girl who wanted to learn English. She worked hard for 2 days, then stopped for 1 week. She repeated this again and again, but her memory was weak. Then, one day, she decided to make a routine. She made a plan, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night. She followed it daily. At first, the progress was slow, but after 1 month, her memory became strong. She remembered words, she remembered sentences. She felt powerful. Her secret was not more hours. Her secret was her routine. A memory routine does not need to be complicated. It can be very simple. In the morning, review 1 or 2 words. Speak them out loud. In the afternoon, write 1 sentence. At night, review again before sleep. That is enough. Small steps every day are stronger than 1 big step once a week. Your brain loves rhythm. It loves habits. When you study at the same time each day, your brain gets ready. It says, "This is my memory time." It becomes easier to learn. It becomes easier to remember. Just like your body feels hungry at mealtime, your brain will feel ready at study time. That is the gift of routine. Do not think routine means boring. Routine is freedom. Routine means you do not need to fight with yourself. You do not need to ask, "Should I study or not?" The decision is already made. You just follow it. That is why great learners always have routines. They do not wait for motivation. They build habits. Habits carry them even on days when they feel tired. So what routine can you start today? Maybe 5 minutes after breakfast. Maybe 5 minutes before bed. Maybe while drinking tea. Choose a time. Make it yours. Protect it like a treasure. Soon, it will become natural. It will feel like brushing your teeth. Easy, automatic, powerful. Remember, big success is built from small actions repeated daily. A routine is your ladder to success. Each day is a step. Each review is a step. Each word is a step. Keep climbing, and soon you will reach the top. So from today, do not wait for the perfect time. Create your time, build your routine, and watch how your memory transforms from weak to unshakable. Chapter 12. From Forgetting to Remembering Everything. There was a time when you thought your memory was weak. You felt like words slipped from your hands no matter how hard you tried. You felt that forgetting meant failure, but now you know the truth. Forgetting is not the end. Forgetting is the beginning. Each time you forgot, your brain was asking you, "Do you want this to stay?" And each time you answered with practice, the word grew stronger. Your journey has shown you the secrets. You learned that attention is the first door. Without attention, Nothing enters. You discovered that pictures make memory alive. You saw that repetition makes it strong. You learned that review makes it permanent. You felt how emotions can lock words in your heart. You spoke out loud and heard your own power. You connected new with old and built strong bridges. You wrote your words and made them yours. You taught others and grew even stronger. You built a routine and became consistent. And now you stand at the final truth. You can remember everything. Think of yourself now compared to when you started. Before, you felt lost. Now you feel guided. Before, you thought memory was a mystery. Now you know it is a skill anyone can build, a skill you have built. This is the transformation, from forgetting to remembering, from weakness to strength, from silence to voice. I want you to imagine this moment. You are speaking in English with confidence. The words come naturally. You do not panic. You do not feel empty. You feel alive. You feel free. This is not a dream. This is your future, and your memory is the bridge that takes you there. Every small step you took has brought you here. Every word you reviewed, every picture you imagined, every sentence you spoke, every note you wrote, every lesson you shared. These are the bricks that built your new memory. And this memory will not only help you learn English, it will help you in life. It will help you remember lessons, names, faces, and moments that matter. Never again say, I have a weak memory. Say, I have a growing memory. Because growth is the truth. Each day you practice, your memory grows. Each day you repeat, your memory grows. Each day you care, your memory grows. And one day you will look back and smile because you will see how far you have come. So, my friend, this is your victory. You are no longer a prisoner of forgetting. You are the master of remembering. You are ready to use your memory as a tool, as a gift, as a power. Now the choice is in your hands. You can go back to old habits and forget again, or you can move forward with these secrets and build a memory that never fails. I know you will choose the second. I know you are ready. From this moment, carry this truth with you. Forgetting is not the end. Remembering is your destiny. You have the power. You have the tools. You have the strength. Now go and use them. You now have the power to remember everything.